Hi Flosstube, welcome to my channel. My name is Ingeborg, this channel's name is A Stitch Too Far, and I will talk to you about my stitching. No Dutch language this time, just to reassure those who were confused by my last videos. It's Saturday, July 15. It's not my normal day for filming, but tomorrow I have to go to social things, so I decided the best way to do this would be to just film today and edit tonight and upload tonight or tomorrow morning. Anyway, who cares? How are you all doing? I hope you are all well. I hope you had a wonderful 2 weeks with lots of stitching and lots of great things happening. I have had a normal day regarding work, or normal week regarding work. An interesting 2 weeks of stitching, I might sum it up, I guess. This is going to be a long one, I know that, so I don't think you will need any food like with Jessie Marie. But yeah, grab your stitching or grab whatever you're cleaning. I don't know what you're doing, but it's going to be a long one. First of all, thanks a lot. I know the last 2 videos I put up last weekend were a bit of a surprise, and it might have been confusing because the first one was in English, but the second one was in Dutch. I can assure you they have the same information in them. Well, I didn't have a list, but I'm sure they have. That was just not a regular Flosstube, but just to announce my plans for the stitching get together. And I just want to say thank you for everyone who replied so enthusiastically and who let me know that they were interested, and also who let me know they were interested but unfortunately wouldn't be able to make it. And that includes people from quite far away, I might say, so that is totally awesome. Look forward to doing this again and having the opportunity to meet every one of you who couldn't make it for this one. So I have not been back to my LNS yet to talk about specifics and numbers, but so far I have had lots of people who say they would love to come or are looking into it. So yeah, we'll have a few people there, which is really nice. And especially those who are coming from abroad, I really appreciate the effort. And if it works out, that is awesome. I look forward to it. If it doesn't, then I understand and we'll find another date. Anything else I wanted to say about that? No, I don't think so. I don't have any notes today. It's a bit strange filming not on my regular day, not having notes, but we're just gonna wing it. That's why it might take a bit longer. But yeah, trying to think if there was anything else I wanted to add, but no, let's just get on with it. My stitching. I started doing my normal rotation. I think the last time I did a normal Flosstube video was the beginning of July, so I filled in another month of plans for stitching in pencil. And I started out working on Takapuna Beach, and I forgot to get the example. I don't think it's in here. Might be. No, it's not. So I will have to insert a picture here. Of what it looks like when it's all done, but this is what it's looking like at the moment. Yeah, there's always going to be lots of threads, so as you can see, I moved up the scroll bar the last time I was working on this part, and it's not completely filled in here, but I decided I was going to do more diagonals like this and then scroll back down and do this last bit here. But yeah, this is what it's looking like. I didn't think I was going to show you because this is all I did, which is about, I don't know, maybe 300 stitches. Well, I think I did a little bit up here too, but I didn't work a lot on this. It wasn't it wasn't keeping my attention. I was thinking of other things I wanted to stitch. So after about a day or two, that's what I did. I picked up something different. And this went back into the bag. Oh. Sorry about that. That was my clumsiness, but yeah. So that went back into the bag and I started working on the scissor fob that I'm working on with my little Stitchy World, Francis. It's from the Sweetheart tree. This is the pattern design, and this is where I got to. Well, this is what I did in those 2 weeks. I finished it off, the stitching part, and there's an error in it because I was going along all the way around here. I did the crown first and the wording, and then I started on the border. I came around like this all the way, all the way, all the way. And then I came here and I thought, it's not, I'm missing out one thread. I'm one thread too far. And I looked back and looked back and looked back, and it was over here that I made the mistake. And this is, I think, 28 count, one thread over two, and I wasn't going to pick all that out. So I just made it so that this side was the same, and it has one thread to few missing on it, so who's gonna know, right? But yeah, I'm happy this one is done. I still need to attach the beads and the little glimmering, the paillette things. And it says in the pattern that I'm supposed to use, I think, the white or the blue DMC for it, but I'm going to use my invisible beading thread, because I don't want, especially for the paillette, it will show if you have to do it with regular floss. So I'm going to do that with invisible thread. But yeah, this part is done. The next part after the beading will be the white one for the back or the front, whatever you think. But yeah, not sure when I will do that. But for now, I was happy to have this done. So then I decided I might as well really start the thing that I've been thinking about. I have to find it first, which was, of course, can you see it through there? The Praise of the Needle. It's blocking the lettering, but yeah, by our ABC, Works by ABC on Etsy. I will link Arlene's shop below. And I was dying to try out the threads and the fabrics that I picked out for that, so I did a start on that and worked on that for a few days. And this is what I got done, and it's really folded badly, but yeah. So I started on the top border. I worked on that. It's over one thread over one on, I think it's 28 count. And I stopped doing the border because I wasn't sure I liked the yellow. And I'm still not sure, and I think I might go back to my LNS and have a look around and maybe find a thread with some purple or pink instead of the yellow. I don't know. Somehow it didn't suit this design and the fabric, which is strange, but yeah. Sometimes you find things out when you're stitching, and then it's going to be tricky because it's over one, and if I take it out, it's going to be hell. So I decided I was just going to start working on the lettering for now and see how I like that, and that is fine. I really like the the thread I picked for that. But the border I'm still not sure about, and will probably have another look in my LNS and look for other fabric. This fabric is from Judesign, ex-Judesign on Etsy, and I will be showing lots more of hers in this video. Love her fabric. This one is a light peacock color, in case you're wondering. Because I noticed she has more colors than she actually has on her site. Because I think she makes them in batches or something, and some of them really sell out quickly, so they disappear from the site again. I think that's what happens, not sure, but yeah. If you have any questions about the color, just ask her, because she will hook you up. So I also worked a bit on the Trail of Song. After I finished working on the Praise of the Needle piece. Yeah, I did like this. Oh, what's going on? So that's this one. It's by Stoney Creek. So I worked on that for a few days. This is where I got to. Yeah, this is the front. It is on, what's it called? 28 count cashel in Vintage Antique Dune by Zweigart. It has a really light brown mottling in it, but the base is like off-white. I really like it. And I was a bit of a stitching rebel. I decided not to do any of the back stitching. Everything in here is supposed to be back stitched with the raven color, and I was looking at it and I was thinking, why would I want to do that? So I'm not going to. So yeah, I got quite a bit done on that. What else? And then Nina from Stitching with a Smile showed up and just produced 2 videos for the heart hanger along, and I just finished the last bit of work that she showed. So I not only did the chain stitch, because that was the last thing I needed to do for that, but I also did all the cutting this morning, and it's looking so nice. See if you can see. So now the only thing remaining is for the cut bits. I think we're gonna do woven bars and some dove's eyes. Yeah, dove's eyes. But yeah, so far I already like how it's looking. It's turning out so much prettier than I was expecting. Yep, really love it. And it's really easy, and the cutting was lots of fun. I love pulling out those threads. And I made sure I didn't cut too close to the edge. And yeah, I can so recommend anyone to try this out, because it is not as scary as it looks. And if you have cross stitched, you can do this too. It's just, you thread the same thread through the needle, and you put the same needle through fabric. It's just that the pattern is different from making X's. But the pattern is, she really helps you out with how to do the stitches. So yeah, then we have Save the Stitches, because I was feeling it, so I picked it up. And by this time, I realized that I apparently wasn't going to do anything that I had planned on my roster for my rotation. So I decided, well, it's July, halfway through the year. Maybe I need a break from my rotation. Maybe I need a vacation from my rotation. So let's just do for July, let's just do whatever I want to do, whatever I feel like doing. So this is what I was feeling like doing last week. So let's see. Oh yeah, last time I talked to you, I had up to this part finished and there was a mistake in it. And now I filled in these two and these, and I started on this one. And I can tell you, these two were such fun, really fun to stitch. Yeah, and really easy to make a pattern and follow it through. This one also, and then yeah, this one too, and then this got really hard. So that's when I decided, yeah, I was done for now. Yeah, love this piece. And this is block 15. So then we have 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. I think we still have 9. I think there's 24 blocks. So we still have 9 to go. But yeah, getting there. One day it will be done. And actually what I'm thinking now is I'm questioning if I'm going to do the beading on this. Because I want to make it into a like a table runner for my the table you're sitting on. And I'm not sure that it would be handy to have beads on it. So might have to go back and do a little bit more of the metallic stitching, but we'll see. We'll see. And then I still had the feeling of starting things. And that was because I got in some things that I ordered. Now these were things I ordered. Some of the things I ordered quite a while ago, like 2-3 weeks ago, but somehow the mail took forever. Maybe the mailman's on holiday or something, I don't know, but it took a while to get to me. So I had some fabrics coming from Jukas at Judesign, and when it got there, I was over the moon with them, and I really wanted to start something that I've been wanting to start. So I did. So this is the one I started by Originals. Aboriginal art. I'm starting the top one, the Barramundi, and I am obsessed because this is where I am. This is about, what's it, Saturday? I started this Thursday evening, and Friday afternoon I had afternoon off, and I've been working on it today on and off. So yeah, this is easily 10 hours of stitching. But I love it. I love the fabric, which is not showing up. It's showing up a bit gray, but it's absolutely not. It's really green. It's a yellowish green. And we're gonna have issue. Yeah. Oh, this is better. This is more like the actual color. But if I do this, it looks ridiculous. But if I do this, then it's sort of okay. I am not going to take this whole thing out of the Q-snap. I thought I would, but I'm not going to because I want to keep stitching on it. So yeah, maybe next time I will take it out, or I'll have it out, because I'm sure I'm not going to stitch on this for 2 more weeks. But yeah, for now I still want to stitch on it, and I'm loving it. And I love that I have this fabric on my bag, because it reminds me of, actually, where you can see it over there, my Aboriginal art. So yeah, perfect. And that's all the stitching I did. So it brings me to all the buying I did. I did spend quite a bit over the past month, because I had some birthday money that I was going to spend, and I had a book card, like a voucher for books, and there's still a few on the way, but I did get one in the mail, which is this one. by the, what is it? Royal School of Needle Work, a stitch guide for crewel work, because I also was inspired by Tash. She showed one of, or I think two of Hazel Blomkamp's books on crewel work, and yeah, I got one with that book card, and I got this, and I got a pattern, and I got something else. Oh yeah, surprise. I'm gonna show you when it gets here. But yeah, this is really nice. It just has a stitch guide, so with clear instructions, and it has some examples. And actually in the end, I think it has some projects you could do to try out your stitching. And it has some good information about designing crewel patterns, which was really interesting. And materials. I'm trying to find. It has some history as well on designs that are traditional. And it has a material guide. Like here's something about needles and the types of threads. So if you don't know anything about stitching, you could read this and you would know exactly what you would need and how you could stitch crewel work. So yeah, really pleased with this. I also like that it comes in a ring, so you can easily flip it open to a specific stitch, you know. Yeah, really like this. So that's one of the books that I got. The rest is not here yet. And I got some patterns. And I'm going to show you these. Well, I guess I'm going to show you all. So I ordered some things in 123 Stitch. This has been on my wish list when I saw it, so not that long, but I live in a region with lots of cherry orchards, so it's we're in the middle of the cherry season right now. I love this. I'm gonna leave out the alphabet, but yeah, really like this. Might start this soon. I haven't checked the threads yet, but oh, it's all DMC, so, or needlepoint silk, but yeah, DMC. And I caved, and I got this. Yeah, we've all seen it. I drink coffee any day, all day. No explanation necessary. And this is actually the one that has been on my list already for a long time. This is the first one in the series. And I saw Michelle, Rudy, you finished this, I think, last week. I think so. Loved it, looked good on Instagram. And again, I am not going to stitch I have to redesign it because I'm not going to stitch the alphabet. I want to stitch the Coffee Saves Lives bit, but that means I have to redesign the border and work out how much space I actually need to have a neat border and then place the Coffee Saves Lives in it. So lots of things to work out, and I'm not sure yet of the fabrics. Then, because, you know, it was on sale, I picked up another Sweetheart tree because I love them. And I picked this one up because it has been on sale for such a long time and I've been wanting it for such a long time. I think Dash has this one too. I think so. And Emily, I think you have this one. Yeah. This has been on my list for a long time. I think if I do this, I will go and use some metallics and silks for this one. I haven't really looked at oh, it's all charted for DMC again. And the last one is one from and it's a terrible, terrible picture. So when the next time I visit my LNS, I will have to take a video of it because I saw this hanging up on her wall and I really wanted it. It's one she designed herself, the owner of my LNS, and the image is terrible. But this is what it looks like. In real life it's a lot more vibrant. But I loved it. It reminded me of Rajasthan in India. and I wanted it, and this is this one is just called Long Pattern. Yeah, if you like it, you can always email her and ask her about it. I'll show the title again. It's going to be a long one. If I do it on 32 count over 2, it will be 20 by 115 centimeters, which is about 8 by 50 inches, I think, something like that. But I'm not going to do it on 32 counts. I think actually I have in my fabric mail, Happy Mail, I think I have a fabric that might work for it. But yeah. And then I saw this a little while ago, and it's available on 123 Stitch now. And this is one of the things that Orietta showed that she uses. And ever since she showed it, I've been looking for it. And she had one with another name for it, I think. Not sure. If you go on 123 Stitch and you want this, but this is helpful if you want to, you know, if you have just a short length of thread left and you want to do that last stitch that you need to do in that color, this will come in handy. It's called a Star Detailer by CompuStitch. I don't know if you can read it, because I have no idea if it's focusing or not. But yeah, it's called, and you can find it on 123 Stitch. And that was the only place I have been able to find it in a long time. So yeah, I jumped on that when I saw it. And then my fabrics. And we're going to have some problems with colors again. But I'm going to show you anyway and talk about it for a bit. Because I have been planning to kit up some things. And I've been looking for the right fabrics for that. And I have been thinking about the Picture This Plus sale in July. This is on the 25th, I think, of July. And thinking about what I'm going to do about it, because it would be interesting, because it's 25% off for me to get some of their fabrics. But it will be a long wait, and I have been disappointed before when I buy fabrics that are hand dyed and I expect a totally different color. So I had a brilliant idea. That's why I also ordered from 123 Stitch, because they sell some of the Picture This Plus fabrics. So I went to my wish list and looked and to see if 123 sold any of those in a 40 count and in linen and in an eighth of a yard, or how do you call it, the smallest piece. So because the smallest piece of fabric is only like $6, so I figured it would be an easy way for me to see if I would like the fabric enough to order more from it for the sale. So that's what I did. I found 5 pieces of fabric that I was interested in, and of those I now only have 2 left on my wish list of those 5. So that was really useful for me to spend a few dollars to get the small size like this. This is a half of a fat quarter, I think. Not sure. No, it's not. It's a quarter of a fat quarter, I think. Anyway, who cares? It's an eighth. 8 by 12 inches, and this is dwarf in 40 count, and it's showing up actually pretty accurately. It is a bit darker on my screen than it is in real life. In real life it is more of a jeans blue, light blue jeans color, and it does have quite a bit of variegation mottling in it. But yeah, I was expecting this to be a grey blue, and it's not. It's more of a blue jeans blue, light blue jeans blue, baby blue. So not going to buy more of that for now. Then this one I was really looking forward to. This is a 32 count Belfast, and the colorway is Ancient, and it is showing up a little bit lighter for me on the screen, but you know, it has a grey mottling, blue-grey mottling on it, which I really liked, and I was expecting it to be light like that, but in fact it's a really orangey yellow. The tan bits are really orangey yellow. I'm not liking that color. So if it had been more of a, not orangey, but more of a off-white, it would have been perfect. I would have ordered it, but now it's not on my wish list anymore. Now this is one everyone is always talking about. This is doubloon. This is a 40 count. And it's showing up a lot lighter again than in real life. This has the same thing as the ancient one. It is orangey in color, and it's sort of showing up. And yeah, no. And then I prefer Legacy a lot more. Legacy is more without the orangey tones in it. So learned my lesson. The balloon is not for me. And then the tools that I do like. And this one, they I don't know why, but these are the ones that they didn't sell in an 8th, so I did get the bigger size. So this is 13 by 17. 40 count, murky, and it is showing up a lot more brown on here, but actually it's the dark splotches are really more of a really dark gray. So they are showing up like brown, but they're not in real life. But this one I do like. This one I think I might have to order some more of. Yeah, you kind of get what it's like here. This is a 40 count, and then I like this one too. This is 32 count, again 13 by 17 in Haunted, which is showing up pretty accurately again. It's again, it's not as they described. They did say that it has a purple splotches in it, but it's more of a greenish blue. And they say it's a grayish blue. But yeah, I like greenish blue, so this is a really nice fabric. I think it would be nice for a Halloween pattern, but I don't do those. But it will also be nice for other things. So I might have to order some of that too. And now I'm sort of not sure what I'm gonna do, because this is, you know, it's a nice size, and this is 32 count, but you know, over 1 I could do something with it. And for the murky too, and the murky is a 40 count, so I could definitely make something on this. So am I going to order something extra or not? Because I might take advantage of the sale, but then again, you know, if you're just going to spend money to save some money, that's a bit weird. So I'm not sure if I even going to participate, but probably yes. Because there's still some fabrics that I really like. There's some of the colorways that 123 doesn't have that still interest me, that I want to get. So, you know, I might even do the thing where I just order a small piece just to see. Or I might just order a regular fat quarter, and just resell it if I don't like it. I'm sure there will be people in Europe that will be interested in getting some. Just checking that it's not raining, because I have my washing outside. But yeah, so now the ones that I really am really pleased with all of the pieces, because she has new labels, by the way. So if you look up, can you read this? Judesign, it says. When you look up on Etsy, you have to put an X in front of it. I will link her below. But I was was going through my patterns because I want to start things. And I picked up some things that I wanted to start. And was looking for fabric for it. And yeah, so things like this and this and this. So I was looking for a kind of prim looking fabrics, and I was really pleased with some of the things that she sent me in the past. And she also always adds DMC numbers, so you can get at least a feel for the colors. They're not always totally accurate, but at least if it's going to be a yellow green, it is going to be a yellow green. It might not be the exact number she gave, but you know. Anyway, so I am going to start with this one because it's the least exciting one. This is a 32 count Murano, and it's not focusing, in camouflage, which looks pretty much like that. Just think, you know, a bit of a weathered army tent, something like that. It has some mottling on it. Not a lot. This might be a contender for my long pattern, the one that I got from my LNS. But this actually was one of the choices that I had for my Aboriginal thing that I picked oil green for. So that's one. Then we have the other contender, which was no. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is a stunner. And when you see this, you're gonna want to order it. This is dark sand. This is a 40 count, and it is absolutely sort of looking like this. It looks, it's pretty accurate. This is gorgeous. But this was my other contender for the Aboriginal piece, but it was too brown. Because the Aboriginal pieces only have 4 colors, the orange in 2 colors, white and black. So it just wasn't contrasting enough. But it's really pretty, and I will find something to put on this. Definitely. Yeah. So then I got a long piece that I have plans for. This was a request, so she dyed 2 pieces for me on request. So this is a long thin piece, and it is old mushroom, and it's showing up lighter. It is really a mushroom color. The light color is a real mushroom color, and the dark splotches are a dark mushroom color. But it's showing up a lot lighter than in real life. But yeah, this is gorgeous, and I have something planned for it, but this also could be, if I change my mind, this could also be something for the long pattern as well. Because I was looking for something that looked a bit parchmenty, like with some burnt spots on it. The other one is, I have another piece of this already, so I knew what I was getting. This is Rocky Mountain, on 40 count, of course, because I'm the 40 count girl apparently. But yeah, this is a lot lighter than the mushroom. It is still a bit darker than what it's showing here, but it's not a mushroom. The base is more like an off-white than a mushroom color, and I really like that. So this is definitely a contender for one of those prim pieces. And then I got 2 of her new fabrics. Hang on, because if I don't tie this knot and check if it's not raining, I'm gonna lose the card. So the last 2 that I got, this one was a little bit more yellow than I was expecting. It's called Grandma Slip. It's a new color. Again, it's a 40 counts, but it might work for the Strawberry Fields one. It's showing up again a lot lighter. Imagine that this light color is actually more of a mushroom tan, and the darker is more of a really orangey. It's more like a doubloon, but then not so wildly mottled. Yeah, actually, yeah. The doubloon has a similar colorway. The Picture This Plus doubloon. But yeah, this might work for the Strawberry Fields piece. And then this one, I love this one. It's so fun. This one is another one of the new colors. It's Grandpa's Sleeve. And I'm totally forgetting my coffee. But yeah. Can you see this? Love that. And my back is even. So again, the yellow that you see in here is much more of an orangey yellow. So these spots here and over here. The dark spots are more of a grayish brown. And the base is a mushroom, dark mushroom. So it's showing up lighter, and the mottling is showing up quite heavy. But yeah, I think it's so much fun. This might actually be my coffee Quaker, because it reminded me of Michelle Rudy and her coffee stained piece. Yeah, Grandpa's Sleeve looks like he's been out working on his car and, I don't know, shoveling some dirt in his, I don't know, his vegetable garden, something like that. Yeah, like it. So those were a lot of fabrics. And they make me want to kit up more. But for now, I don't know. Not sure what I'm going to do. If I'm going to start new things, well, I don't have to. I can, but I can do whatever I want this month. And let's see if I feel like picking up my regular rotation again next time. Who knows? But yeah, this is all I had planned to show you. And the only thing I have left is to talk about the coming week, because that's my Dutch... Oh yeah. I need to talk about my random facts. Just like a public service announcement. Especially because I got a lot of response from you about the previous random fact. So I'm going to say now, from now on, it is more like a general rule than an actual fact. So there will be always people, or how do you call it? It's hard to think in a different language sometimes. It's hard to, especially with sayings, because we have a saying that if you have a rule, there's always something that deviates from the rule. I'm sure there's an English version of that saying, but I don't know what it is, so you're gonna have to deal with that. And still not raining. Yeah. So when I was talking about hugs and kissing, and that is not, I got a lot of comments from people who are Dutch who said, well, I don't mind hugging. Or people who are like American or whatever country they come from, who say that the custom they have, that they don't like that one. Or they do. And I guess, especially when it comes to greeting and personal space, it is a personal thing. I don't mind hugging my close friends and my family, and no matter what the occasion is, but I would not go to a complete stranger and greet them with a hug. In a business meeting, I generally don't greet my colleagues or clients with kiss on the cheek. Sometimes I do, because some of the people I work with are also sort of close friends. But yeah, it was a general rule of thumb, not like a true fact. So That's something to just keep in mind for the future, that if I'm talking about history or something like that, usually they are sort of facts because it's history. But if I'm talking about customs, then it's a general rule, not everybody does it exactly the same thing, the same way. So yeah. But please keep commenting, because I love that you are responding to what I have to say, and that makes it fun to do videos. But yeah, I'm not going to talk about any sort of fact or custom. Well, sort of maybe, because I live close. In my first video, I mentioned that I live close to the city of Nijmegen, and we have what is called the Walk of the World every year, and that starts again next Tuesday. It is a 4-day event. Well, for the walkers, it is a 4-day event of long distance marching. Officially it's marching, but it's just walking. And civilians and military can participate, and it is an international event. People from all over the world come to do this event, and it basically you walk every day a distance from a minimum of 30 kilometers, which is about, and I'm doing it the easy way, 20 miles, I want to say. I might have to actually calculate and put it down here. But there are 3 distances, so there's 30 kilometer, 40 kilometer or 50 kilometer. And depending on your age and gender, you have to walk a minimum distance to get a medal at the end. So for instance, for me as a female, my age group, I would have to walk 40 kilometers, 40 to get a medal. I could also participate and only do 30 kilometers a day, but I wouldn't get a medal, I would only get a certificate. Who cares anyway? But it's really fun. The whole city has, during that week, we also have the summer festival in Nijmegen. So starting actually today, I think, yeah, we will have an evening program with lots of free concerts in the city and all kinds of places, in the public squares and things like that. I need to check out what's scheduled for my town, because in my town we also have things going on, and there's like things for kids to do outside and have fun and play, and bands and food and drinks and just merriment all around. But yeah, the main thing of course is the walk. So every day for 4 days they will walk a minimum of 30 to 50 kilometers, and they walk all around the area of Nijmegen. So they visit 4 regions in the area of Nijmegen. It's just reasonably set route, is that the word I'm looking for? Yeah, I think so. Or route, depending on how you call it, Tracy P, not sure. But yeah, so what I always enjoy this. I like to go walking myself. I participated in this event long time ago, but I did do it and I have a medal. I should look it up and maybe show it next time. But I probably won't remember. So if you want to see it, let me know in the comments, because then I might remember. But yeah, so that's that. And I will add a link below if I can find it for what the website is. And it's even on the national news, and they have on the national television, they have daily broadcasts of how the day is going and interviewing the walkers. And you know, there are people who walk this every year for like 10 to 20 years. There are people who walk it on wooden shoes. There are people who walk it with the military company, and they have military special prizes too for the, you know, the company that does it the fastest or marches the best or things like that, which is fun. And all along the route there are people cheering you on and clapping and having music on and giving you cherries and candies and drink, and yeah, so they help you, cheer you on to get to the finish, which is amazing. So every time, what I usually do is I just go to the parties. In my village we usually have a good festival with nice bands, more alternative kind of style that I like. So I will go there usually. It's a lot less busy also, which I appreciate. But the last day on Friday is usually when I always go to for an hour or so to cheer the walkers on who are finishing. Because always when I do that, I get the itch to go and join them for next year. But in the end, I always come to my senses. Because I like walking, but I don't like walking with 35,000 other people because it's that busy. There are 35 to 40,000 people who start the 4 days, and usually about 2 to 3,000 that drop out because they have injuries or blisters, or they just realize they're crazy and they come to their senses. But yeah, it's going to be interesting because they have predicted some hot weather, which is also always a problem for the walkers. But yeah, I will be definitely cheering them on. If you're interested, go check out the link, and I will see you again in 2 weeks. And in the coming week, I have planned to have the days off, so I'm expecting I can get a lot of stitching done, but I also have to do some cleaning, because I don't know about you guys, but I always spend the first day or two of my vacation cleaning. So yeah, I need to go check that out. Time to go. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I have no idea how long it was. Oh yeah, my usual long time. Not too long, but still. If you have anything specific that you want to know about the Dutch or my country, let me know. I will be happy to accommodate you. I'm running out of things to talk about, although we still have a long list of foodstuffs and things, but yeah. If there's anything in particular you want to hear, let me know. I forgot, but I've been on some outings the last few weekends. And last weekend I went to one of the older towns in Holland, which is called Leiden, which is close to The Hague. Leiden is known because it was a place of Rembrandt came from Leiden. I think Erasmus came from Leiden. What's his face called? And Anthony van Leeuwenhoek, who invented the microscope. He came from Leiden. It has the oldest university from 1450, I think. The oldest university in the Netherlands. So, oh my God, I said Holland. It was Holland also, but yeah. So it was fun. I just went with my family and we had a little look around. We did a city walk and some shopping, and I think I shot some video here and there. So I might look it up and insert it at the end, so you can see some of the oldest parts of the Netherlands. And Leiden, if you ever come to the Netherlands and you think Amsterdam is too crowded, I would definitely recommend going to Leiden. It has a similar feel as Amsterdam, but it's not as crowded, and it's really nice and relaxed town, and lots and lots and lots of beautiful museums as well. And yeah, fun to just walk around and look at old buildings. So yeah, that's it for now. I think that was all. I'm thinking that I was something else that I filmed earlier, but I can't remember what. Might insert it, not sure, you'll see. But yeah, it's been almost 10 minutes saying goodbye, so this time it's goodbye and see you in 2 weeks. Bye guys.